Okay, so this individual reached out to ask me how I got diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy, so I'm going to go through that. Also, if we haven't met, my name is Heather. I'm a chronic illness patient and advocate, and I share my story on this app and the resources that have helped me to help other people in our community. So I have to go back and look at like the timeline. So I first got sick in 2017 after 2 back-to-back traumas. I went into a major mental health crisis, which included PTSD, major depression, and suicidal ideation. It took me a full year to recover from that. And when I did recover mentally, I realized that my body was broken and not working in the way that it was supposed to. So I went to my rheumatologist and told her all of the issues that I was having with my body, and we did further testing. And at the end of 2018, she diagnosed me with SLE lupus in addition to my Sjogren's. About 6 months after my lupus diagnosis, when I was still very sick, bedbound, and could not find a medication that could help me manage my lupus, I started having numbness and tingling in my extremities. It started the worst with my feet at nighttime. When I would go to bed, I couldn't have any of the covers on top of my feet because the weight of the blankets made my feet feel like the blankets were crushing my feet. This pain kind of like morphed into being more numbness and tingling, more like red hot pain or like searing cold, and I couldn't really tell the difference between the two. So when I brought this symptom to my rheumatologist, then she said, well, it's one of two things. It's either peripheral neuropathy, so I will refer you to a neurologist to do testing for that. And if it's not peripheral neuropathy, then I'm going to diagnose you with fibromyalgia. So my rheumatologist referred me to the neurologist, and they did a nerve conduction test, which didn't show anything as like red flags or anything going on. And peripheral neuropathy is a diagnosis of exclusion. So they needed to exclude that I wasn't dealing with other things before they gave me a proper diagnosis. Now, I realize in some other places in the world, like the US and in Europe, some neurologists will also do a skin biopsy to test for peripheral neuropathy, but that wasn't an option for me. I'm in Canada, and from what I can tell, other people in Canada aren't given that option, so I just don't think our medical system goes that way. As always, if you are dealing with a symptom like this, my biggest recommendation is to document. Get out a journal and just start writing down the symptoms that you're having, when they started, how severe they are, how they're impacting your day-to-day life, and bring those documents into your doctor so that you can have an honest conversation about how this is impacting your day-to-day life.